Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The Institute of Fiscal Studies says that in Scotland there are 6,000 jobs at risk unless they accelerate the imposition of heat pumps into people's homes. Now, this is the 6,000 jobs they are saying are not manufacturing jobs because nobody makes heat pumps. They're all China. 6,000 Chinese jobs may be at risk, but not British jobs. They're talking about installation jobs, because there's been 6,000 people that are trained as installation engineers for heat pumps. Except, of course, that's not actually true. There are 6,000 people who have registered to learn how to install heat pumps. And who are these people? Well, predominantly, they're the people that currently work on gas central heating jobs. And so the IFS is actually saying, well, what we're going to say is we're going to try and frighten people by saying that 6,000 jobs are at risk, when in fact, precisely 0 jobs at risk, and that these 6,000 people are only people who are yet to learn how to install heat pumps, which, if we don't proceed with, won't lose their jobs because they'll continue working installing gas central heating. It's bullshit and bollockry. And it was all intended to increase the fright value so that people go, oh no, we must save their jobs and install heat pumps, even though we pay the world's most expensive electricity and therefore will almost double the cost of heating our houses. Only our houses won't actually heat because heat pumps aren't as effective as, say, gas central heating at actually heating houses up in a cold environment. And so not only that, we'll have to go out and buy lots of little fan heaters and increase our electricity use even more, impoverishing us further. That's what they're trying to push. If electricity prices were as cheap as, say, the average in Europe, or especially in America, heat pumps are excellent in America. They truly are excellent. But the reason is, electrical energy in America is very, very cheap. In America, it's illegal for a foreign company to own electrical generation. This is why so many electrical companies exist in America, but they're all American. And so electricity generation in America, cost per kilowatt hour, is something like 6 pence. Over here, it's about 29 pence. And so in America, yes, get yourself some heat pumps. What they tend to have is 2 heat pumps because it's so cheap. Over here, with electricity being so high, it's unaffordable. Also, of course, as I say, because of the coldness of our atmosphere in the winter, the coldness of our ground in the winter, it takes a lot more to extract that heat. You have to leave them running all the time. It's a pointless, expensive exercise, and who the hell has got £30,000 lying around to install it from scratch? But they still have to push the agenda. Now, it's been calculated, and we did this in a previous video, that in order to meet their 2050 target at the current rate will take about 1,000 years. So I'm not that actually worried about all this heat pump bollockry because it's just never going to happen. Nobody you know today will ever see it happen. Nobody you know today will have great-great-grandchildren who will see this happen. That's how far in the future it is for the completion target. And even if they doubled their efforts, it's still 500 years away, isn't it? It's ridiculous. And what benefit does it bring? None at all. None at all. It's all to do with control, and it's all to do with impoverishment, and it's all to do with making China rich and this country poor. That's what the agenda is. Yes, we've got a perfectly good system using gas, of which we own the gas supply. We've got lots of gas, estimated 7,000 years worth of gas. But what we'll do is turn the... Oi! Oi! There's a dog barked across the road, and of course my dog has to respond. What? So, we've got 7,000 years worth. I'm not cutting this out. I'm leaving that in just to show what a bad little puppy I've got. We've got 7,000 years worth of gas, but they want to turn that off so that we can make China richer. These people are working against us. And no one can say how they're going to push the people into adopting heat pumps without threats, because that's the only way they're going to do it. Threats. Nobody's going to do it. They haven't got the prisons available to lock everybody up. And what are they going to do? Fine us for not having it. Let me tell you, the moment they try that, there'll be a revolution in this country. Heat pumps are expensive, inefficient, and destroy our economy at the behest of increasing the economy of our enemies, whereas gas boilers are already in place. The first thing, of course, and we've talked about it many times, is it'll destroy the building industry. It will destroy everything. But the building industry is a key industry in this country. Destroy that, and the country might as well just stop. But this is what these people do, because they're all too stupid. None of them have ever understood how an economy works. None of them. And yet they want to look virtuous. Let's put these in. These are great. These are great. No, they're not. They might be 1% better if they're actually built in this country. If we opened up a fab plant somewhere in a low employment area, go and build a government built and paid for fabrication plant and build our own heat pumps. And then take the VAT off fuel, off energy, off electricity, take the green surplus off electricity, and then it may just slightly be attractive for a few. But unless you half the cost of electricity, which you can do like that, we could say tomorrow, right, the cost of electricity is 6p per kilowatt hour. You could do it tomorrow if you wanted to. But they won't. They don't want to. A government can do that immediately. And anyone who says they can't, I'll back the generating companies, and fuck them. Fuck them. You say to the generating companies, it's 6p a kilowatt hour. We can't make it for that. Well, fuck off then. And you put in and hire people and nationalise it, and just nationalise it and make it 6p. Or you say to them, it's either 6p or we are going to put a generating tax on you, and we are going to take 100% of your profits. Windfall tax, 100% of your profits. Let me tell you, it'd be 6p before you do that. They are making billions. You see the profits. Every year, profit announcement. Tens, hundreds of billions. Let's stop that going abroad to the foreign owners of these people, of these plants. Let's have that back. Let's super tax them, every single one of them, and get the money back in this country and have the prices lowered. There's a solution. All it takes is balls. So we're screwed then, aren't we? Thanks a lot. Bye.